Hello, magnificent beings. This is Serenely Samir, also known as Serenely Sammer, and today I'm going to be doing a general reading. Now, I have 3 piles here, and you can pick according to which pile you are most drawn to, just visually, of course, or whatever you feel spiritually drawn to. And what I am going to have you do is I'm going to be offering a general reading according to the pile that you pick. Now, I believe that we are all connected. We are all in this collective consciousness. And so sometimes multiple of members of society, or many of us, need to hear the same message or on the same life path, etc. Now, there are many of us, billions of us, that are going through different things in different ways. So 3 piles is probably not enough for all of humanity. So when I say this is a general reading, I offer you to take what you can and you leave the rest. Now, if this particular video found you, then you need to trust that something in here, there's going to be something that's channeled directly and specifically for you. And so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can go in the description box and click on which one that you would like. And if you want just a little more help with that, I'm going to pick some angel cards and we're going to see which one that you would like for that. So for pile number 1, we have visualize abundance in all forms. We will read the fine print later. For pile number 2, we have partnership. And for pile number 3, we have pay yourself first. Now, whatever you feel like resonates with you the most, let's do it. Let's pick it. And just try to not have any type of bias towards any of this shit. And follow your heart. Follow your intuition. And just remember, you get to write your own story. We get to mold and manifest and become the people that we are, but we also have a divine life purpose, and I am here to help you on this path, hopefully, as you find your purpose, as you continue your purpose, and as you fulfill your purpose. All right, see you soon. Ta-ta. Salutations, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me. This is Serenely Sammer, and just remember that this is a timeless reading. So whenever it's reached to you, that is when you're meant to hear it. Now, if you hear the sounds of the wind coming into my house or the cars driving by my window, just know that I am very hot and I am a chronic sweater, a chronic back sweater. So I just need a little airflow as I channel this divinely guided message for you, pile number 1. So let's see. I already picked the cards because I truly believe sitting here and watching me pick the cards for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and get in the zone is a waste of my time and your time. And my spirituality is so sacred. So let's see this. So in the past, what I'm sensing from pile number 1 is there's 3 cards that popped out. There is the 2 of Pentacles upright. There is the 6 of Pentacles upright. And then, God, I need to get my Roman numerals better. There is the 7 of Wands reversed. So what this is telling me is that you have been really, really working hard. You feel exhausted. Now, this can be in the past, this can be in the recent past, this can even be yesterday. Yesterday is the past, And you can feel absolutely exhausted. You're giving up. You're feeling like you're putting in all this work to reach career goals, to also have relationship goals. You're a goal-oriented person. And you're really trying to find your purpose, where you want to fit into things. You feel like you just want to, like, there's this rut that you're in, and you want to just pull yourself directly out of this rut. And that's why maybe you're picking the pile for Visualize Abundance in All Forms, is because, yes, this is exactly why you're picking this pile, because you are an abundant person. And when you have set your mind to something, when you have decided that something is for you, you have this feeling in your gut. But in the recent past, or in the past, there's been a lot of indecision. There's been a lot of being left in limbo, right? And so what I'm sensing from this pile is that you're really trying to get your ducks in a row. You maybe have met with a financial planner. Maybe you're planning to not go out as much, not eat out as much. You are wanting to pour into your career goals. You see yourself truly as not working for somebody for the rest of your life. You would rather be working for yourself and not making that much money than working and dealing with so many personalities. So what I'm seeing is that you have a very, very, very supportive nature, a very generous nature. But this generous nature that you have is being given away for free. And you are allowing others to feed off of you. Feed off of your talents, feed off of your generosity, feed off of your wealth. Now, for some of you, there can be a generational wealth. Like, you could be born into a generational wealth. Maybe you have, you don't need to go through the hardships of the normal population. You might have been born into some money, and you are being called to pour that money, to invest that money, to make more money. Now, there's some of you that are experiencing some stability, but the stability is coming at an expense of exhaustion. Maybe you're working, I just heard 2 jobs. Maybe you're working multiple jobs, trying to make multiple things work at once. And, you're getting by, the bills are getting paid, and you're sitting a little comfier than you once were, but you're exhausted. You're tired. Now let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on to this present moment. Now, when I pulled these cards, I felt this resistance in my spirit. Like scared to know the truth is what I heard. Scared to know the truth. Now, the cards that came up was death in reverse. Now, death is a rebirth card. I love when I hear the death card. When people get scared of the death card, I'm like, no, it's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. Now, this in reverse means that you are resisting rebirth. You are trying the same patterns, the same cycles. You are meeting the same people, but you're meeting, the same problems but with different faces. That's what I want to say. And you are not willing in this moment to let go of the cycles and the patterns that you know are no longer working for you. You are still trying to, for example, let's see, try to make excuses for that job or make excuses for that partner. I'm really feeling like there's a lot of excuse making for partners in particular. Now, these can be business partners for some. These can be romantic partners. These can even be marriage. Now, you feel like you are poured so much into this current partnership, and there is no way that you're going to let this go, because you're already so deep. You're already very deep, and there's absolutely no way that this is not going to work. In your mind, there is no way that this is not gonna work, because you're already in. You're already used to it. You've become accustomed to the chaos. Now, what I'm hearing is that you're a very anxious person. And what Spirit is calling you to do right now, and maybe you've been hearing it, maybe you're starting to do it, but you need to let go of anxiety. Say it with me. Take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. Here, let's hold hands. In this moment, I let go of my fears and my anxiety. Say it with me with conviction. In this moment, I let go of my fears and anxiety. One more time. In this moment, I let go of my fears and anxiety. So right now, what you're feeling is a restlessness. You're distracted. You're easily deceived. And you know what? You know what I'm hearing, pal number one? It is not that you're easily deceived. You know when you're being deceived, but you let it happen. It's coming back to that generous nature of yours. You allow people not only to take from you wealth-wise, but wealth doesn't only apply to financial abundance. It also applies to those who are rich in spirit, rich in just their very presence is rich, like a creamy chowder, you know, like like a warm hug. When you walk into a room, people feel at peace. And they feel at peace because what I'm sensing right now is that you are an empath. And what you do is you absorb all the negativity in the room. And so when people come to you and they say, I love being around you, you know, there's something about you. People can't get enough of you because you are absorbing their negativity. You are energy workers that have no idea that you're an energy worker. And this goes back to that low self-worth that I'm sensing, that exhaustion. That exhaustion is spiritual exhaustion. You are allowing people to drain the fruits of your spirit, excuse me. So right now, you are afraid to take that leap of faith. You are afraid to move forward in the positive direction that you have to say. And this is what I have to tell you. Okay, pal number one, and know that I'm here to hold your hand. Even if I don't know you, even if we aren't together in the physical reality, I am sending you love and light this way, but more than just love and light, more than just a caramel frappuccino from Silver Lake Love and Light, I am sending you courage, strength, because it's in you. But I'm sending you the validation that you can reach it. It's so close. It's inside here right now. What I'm encouraging you is to do protection. Maybe take a salt bath and proclaim over yourself, no matter what it is that your religion. You know, Psalm 91 is something that I proclaim over myself. Because for me, it is what my grandmother prayed as she was in Jerusalem. And she was in her house and the windows were breaking from the bullets. It was 1948. She was Palestinian living in Jerusalem, and the windows were shattering from bullets, and her father reached to the ground to gain some solace and some safety. And everything was getting just absolutely ruined in the ravages of greed and war. And my grandma reached for her Bible. Now, I am not a specific religious person, but I heard the specific scenario come to mind. And she read Psalm 91 for her and her father, and she said, my father slept through the whole night. And when we woke up in the morning, there was still shooting and there were still bombings and crossfire. And all we grabbed was a little basket, and we put 1 day's worth of clothes and whatever savings we had left, and we walked through the war zone. And we crossed the River Jordan. And we went to Jordan's safety. And she said, for the grace of God and because I read Psalm 91, I made it. Amen. So what I'm hearing right now is that you need to cultivate protection, but you need to be able to walk into the crossfires of war. And this will make sense when you see ahead of you. You keep your head up high. You remember who the F you are. You remember who. I don't know what the YouTube rules are for profanity, but I love to curse. But I will just say, you remember who the F you are. You remember who it is that you are. And you are a very strong individual. And there's no more games to be played. There is no more cycles to be repeated. There is no more of this. None of it. Reclaim your power. Protect yourself. Pour your energy into protecting yourself. Read Psalm 91. Say affirmations like, I am safe. I am loved. I am abundant. I am wealthy. Say these things. Speak over yourself. Do not allow these negative entities, these energies, these negative experiences to come into your life, to creep into your life, and to take your joy. Don't forget who you are. So what you're currently facing is depression, missed opportunities. There's a blind spot. There's a feeling of discontented. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the 4 of Cups. And what I'm seeing is that there have been 3 opportunities that have been presented to you, and you have decided to stay in what you have known because you'd rather be in the chaos that you've known than take a leap of faith into the unknown. And what Spirit is doing right now is they're bringing you right now in this very moment. Spirit is bringing you another opportunity to get out of the misery that you are in, to get out of the hurt that you are in, to get out of the patterns that you are in. But I'm seeing a person with their hands crossed. They're like, I want to be out of this relationship, or I want to leave this job, and I want my life to be bigger. And then God comes and says, here's a $2 raise. Here's another business opportunity. Here's an opportunity for you to step away, and I'm going to teach you how to love yourself. And in the process, you're going to be able to love somebody that you've never thought you could have experienced this love before. And you're like, but I already put the down payment on the house, or I already have kids, or I've already been in this relationship for 2 years, or it's excuses is what I'm hearing. Excuses. No more excuses, my love. No more excuses, my love. No more excuses, darling. No more excuses. Now for the future, what I am hearing for you is that there's going to be some negative experiences. When you take that leap of faith at first, you're going to feel like you didn't make the wrong decision. You should have stayed in the chaos that you knew. Just know that that is your spirit. You are withdrawing. You are withdrawing from the patterns that you are used to. Just like a drug addict withdraws from heroin, you are withdrawing. Allow yourself to spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically withdraw from the patterns that you've been taking into your life. Remember that all these things that you have, all these defects of character that are cultivating your life, they are your weapons of mass protection, right? But they no longer serve you anymore. I used to tell people I wasn't Palestinian because I would lie because I wanted to be safe. I would lie about my sexuality because I wanted to be safe. Today, I do not have to lie. I do not have to lie. I do not have to lie. You do not have to lie. When somebody comes up to you and they say, you're leaving me, I can't believe that you're doing this, and they put all this pain onto you and you start all these blows to your empathetic, beautiful, generous heart, remember that you are the child of love. You are born of love. This is why this hurts you. But this is what it feels like to choose you, okay? So people are gonna come to you in every which way. There's gonna be conflicts. Prepare for war. Prepare for war. This is the 5 of Swords. Now do not let this fear you, because you will come out of this victorious. Do you hear me? Victorious. There are going to be conflicts. There's going to be battles. There's going to be fights. For some of you, you may face some extreme violence. There might be some of you that are in some domestic violent situations, and you are afraid of the violence. This breaks my heart, pal number 1. Now, violence is not only physical, but for some of you, it is. There's hostility. The other person knows that they are defeated because you are claiming your power. Do not forget, you hold the power. If there was not somebody in your life trying to bring you down, then you, like, when people come after you, Are they trying to bring you down? It's because they can see your light and they're feeding off of it. No more pile number one. Say, I rebuke you in the name of the Spirit. I rebuke you in the name of the Spirit. You are no longer going to feed off of me. You are no longer going to succeed off of me. You are no longer going to take from me. What is divinely mine, I'm burping. I just had a birria taco. It was absolutely fabulous. What is mine, and you are no longer taking it from me. What is saying that in the future, once you get past that withdrawal, once you get past, there's the Page of Pentacles that's coming up. And then I'm going to read the fine print now that we're reaching the end of this whole reading, is visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Now, I am not somebody that bull poops you. Does that make sense? I am not somebody that does that. I'm not going to tell you that it's not going to be hard. I'm not going to tell you that there's not going to be about 2 weeks period. I'm hearing 2 weeks period of withdrawal. But what is 2 weeks of temporary pain compared to a lifetime of suffering? You are a goal-oriented individual with the Page of Pentacles. You are ambitious. You are loyal. You are a faithful planner. There's going to be a financial opportunity coming forward to you. Just like right now, there's an opportunity for you to get up, reclaim your power, and walk. Get to stepping. Do not look back. Get to stepping. You may not know how that's going to look. You may not know. You may not know. But I'm telling you, once you take that leap of faith, the doors will open like pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's going to open for you. You are a trustworthy individual. You pour beautifully into everything and everybody in your life but you. Pour into yourself, babe. Pour into yourself, babe. So there will be a breakup as a result of this. There will be a breakup. There will be disagreements. There are going to be unstable relations. Just know you do not have to salvage these relations. They are not meant for you. It is meant for you to walk away. Know who you are. Know who you are. Okay? Now I'm going to draw one thing from the healing mantras that I have right here. If I can get them out. So I will send you out with just one thing. One last message. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. Wow. Inviting ecstasy and not the drugs. Don't do drugs. You know, I did drugs for a while. She's sober now, thank you God. Don't do drugs. I am worthy of all the pleasures my heart desires. So know that abundance is for you. Visualize abundance in all forms. You hold the power, pile number one. You have the power. But it's just that it's a matter of you accepting and believing it. May you walk away from this tarot reading, from this spiritual message, and may you feel empowered. May you sit with this message, and when fear creeps up, remember that I am here for you, holding your hand. Ma'asalami. Bye. Hello, 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 pile number 2. Greetings. Bear with my burdened, tired spirit. I just came home from work, but I just was so ready to feel the energies of today to make sure that I'm in the right era, I can have all three messages channeled at the same time. Now, I've already picked out all the cards because I don't want to waste people's times with having you wait for me to pick out a card and go, oh, what is it that I'm seeing? What is it? So I've already looked over it. If you're here, you're pile number 2, and you have picked partnership. Partnership. So let's start with the beginning. So in the past, you have Queen of Swords upright, Death upright, Temperance reversed. Now for many of you, I am sensing that there was almost like a birth of a baby. It can be figuratively, it could be seriously. Like you seriously not even birthed a whole baby, but maybe you conceived a baby. What I'm sensing, what Spirit is telling me, is that it's like in the beginning processes of something beautiful. And you are so excited. I have a smile on my face because I can feel it. You feel like you're expressing yourself. You're getting to do a dream that you've always wanted. Cycles are ending. You're like, okay, life was pretty much caca, but at this point in time, at this time, it's got to get better because it can't be any worse than what it already was. And you're just on fire. You're feeling like you have walked into abundance, and you're birthing this new thing, or you're conceiving this new project, and it's proving to be successful. And then with Temperance reversed, what it's telling me is that there was an unexpected hiccup in the road, right? Something hit you, something got to you, something changed your plans or your vision for this baby. And you were devastated. So now Spirit is saying some of you didn't want to admit it. You said, okay, we're going to pick it up, right? Business as usual. We're moving on. But some of you really were devastated and could not find the words. Now, what I'm seeing is that you were gaining momentum. And then it was just like you hit a wall. You didn't know what to do. Now, in the present, when I'm looking at the present, is the Emperor upright, the Devil reversed, 7 of Sacred Circles upright. So you are receiving the fruit of your labor. And this can be an earth energy. Definitely an earth energy. You're grounded. You feel like you are taking mature routes to reach your goals, right? And you have let go of some old past behaviors. Enough. The Devil reverse, what it tells me, it can be behaviors that were killing you, figuratively or literally. Behaviors that were killing you figuratively could be like your need to gossip or continue patterns or live in this lower vibrational spirit. Or it could literally be like smoking, drinking, anything of hurt to you, and you feel like you're truly sitting. Now what I'm hearing is that you don't have everything that you want. You want to go bigger, and you don't know how to stop and just think. or to stop and just rest, or to stop and just receive. What I'm sensing is that you are very mature, you're very analytical, you like to have everything set up in a row, right? And the Seven of Sacred Circles is saying that you are reaping the benefits of your personality, or of the way that you move into this world. Now, what is this message, Spirit? What is this message, Spirit? Please come through with the Seven of Sacred Circles. My eyes just keep going to the Seven of Sacred Circles. Now, in the Emperor, if this is something that's significant for you, I have to mention it. If it's not, let it roll off your back. There's a crow. There is a goat with horns. There's a deer with horns. Now, I might have to look up what horns mean and come back to you later. But if you're pick file number 2 and you have some type of feeling, let's be a family. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk to me in the comments, please. This Seven of Sacred Circles, though. 7 is the number of God. I'll tell you this. I remember this. My grandmother always told me 7 is a number of God, and I'm seeing 7 coins. So right now, you have this feeling that it is all going to be okay. I am blessed and highly favored. I've gotten over the hiccups. You know, I saw the abundance coming. I got scared for a quick second because there was a hiccup in the road, but I'm back on my feet. I really am back on my feet, and I understand what it is that I need to do. And what I'm sensing is that for some of you, it is community. So for some of you, that baby may have been born. That baby is here. Figuratively or literally, that baby is here. And you are grateful that you did not give up. And this kind of comes in with partnership. You are sensing an ease with community. There is a community, and I'm going to read the fine print. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Again, you are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So what I'm sensing is that it really is a yin and a yang energy here. You put in as much as others put in, and everybody involved is reaping the benefits of the labor. It's not just you that's winning. There's multiple people, but you, the person that is receiving this message, you hold the key, right? You, amongst all the other people, you hold the charisma. You hold the key. You hold something. You hold the X factor. Come on, Simon Cowell, you hold the X factor. And you are sitting in the benefits of your labor. Now that is some really hot tea. Let's see what's in store for you in the future. There is the 8 of Sacred Circles reversed, the 3 of Sacred Circles upright, the Hermit upright. What Spirit is telling me is that you have pushed yourself too far. You thought you were invincible, and yes, you may be the X factor. However, you need to rest. Your future should look like rest. When you are going and in this abundance mindset, you are on fire. You feel like the rest of your days are going to be this way. But what I'm sensing is that some of you are not sleeping. Some of you are exhausted. And some of you think that you can continue to live this way, and maybe you can today, but eventually you're going to need to go into introspection. You are going to need to rest, and you are going to need to allow yourself and your batteries to be recharged. What's this message, Spirit? What is this divine message, Spirit? What I'm seeing is that in the future, you're going to want to keep going and make your empire bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is a desire of the ego. Stay in today, babe. Stay in today, babe. And you are going to feel, in the future, you are going to feel like there's a lack of purpose, right? You are going to feel like you don't know if you can continue to live this way. What I'm hearing from Spirit is that you are somebody that changes their mind often. You say you're going to do this and you don't do it. You say you're going to go there and you don't do it. You say that this is what you feel like you're going to do or you need to do. This is what your calling is. And you do everything but that. What is this message, Spirit? The 3 of sacred circles. It says here in the fine print. A craft is mastered when 1. The body, 2. The materials, and 3. The idea all become one. Ethics and values are consonant with one's lifestyle. Work reflects values. Balance between work, social, family, and spiritual responsibilities. Come on, Spirit. Didn't I say that you're going to need some rest? So what this is telling me is that you may in the future, because of your current abundant status, you may be suffering from the illness of an inflated ego. And may this be a warning to you. Now, Serenely Samir, we don't bull caca you. I'm not going to tell you that everything is going to be just fine, but this is a privileged problem. Do you know what I mean? This is a privileged problem. To have got it all, and to have got everything you've ever dreamt of, and it's here. And you want more. Rest, dear one, rest. Now, it doesn't mean that you gotta give up on all your material goals, but it means get right with your body. How about some Tai Chi? Some yoga? How about eating healthier? No more KFC. No more takeout Chinese. Well, I hesitated because I love takeout Chinese. Maybe I should use a different example. No more McDonald's, right? No more Jack in the Box. How about home cooked meals? Ancestral dishes, so that you are connecting to your body and to the spirit ancestrally, right? And what is the spirit? What is your family story? Do you know where you come from and what lineage you come from? And I don't mean this to be shady, but compare yourself to the people that came before you. Look at the comparisons and look at the strides that you have made. Even if you want more, you have to be satisfied with what it is. And when I look out my window right now, I'm seeing, I don't know the names of the moon, but it's like a 3/4 moon is what I heard. And the moon will always get recharged up, right? And that's what I'm hearing, is that your energy is going to be different every day, but your best is always enough. Okay, your best looks different every day, but it's always enough. And now you're going to need to sit and think. Sit and think how it is that you want to move forward. You hold the magic in your hands. You hold the power to manifest in your hands. But just get your spirit right. Get your body right. Get your mind right. Right? Allow yourself to be supported. You know how before I was saying that you're having like a support system? You and your divine support system need to sit down and make a master plan on how y'all are going to rest. How are you going to rest? All right. There's going to be some healing mantras. Spirit, what is a healing mantra that I need to do for pile number 2? Please. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Untangling neglect. Balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. Mind, body, spirit. Now, untangling neglect, I'm going to channel this message right now because spirit just hit me and it's going to be a breakthrough. It might be a breakthrough for you. But pile number 2, in one way or shape or form, you have been neglected. You've been neglected by parents. You've been neglected by the world. You are an emotional, kind, sweet being. A little bit of a control freak, but a kind, emotionally sweet, emotional being. And what you have believed is that your worth is tied to your productivity. It's tied to the numbers in the bank account. It's tied to the house. It's tied to what I'm hearing: mother's approval, father's approval, family approval. Maybe that's why the message came in for the ancestral and comparing yourself, because what it's saying is, babe, it's okay to rest. Do not let your ego get the best of you, though. There needs to be a balance. But you need to pour into yourself right now. Give yourself the love that you desire. Speak to yourself as you do a friend, a best friend. Now, what I'm seeing right now, and it's something that I do, is that I write something I love about myself into a cookie jar. It's right here on my desk. I write one thing every day. That's a lie. I say I write one thing every day, but I'm lucky if I write one thing a week. But regardless, I try to write something I love, and I'm gonna see maybe there's something that you all need to hear that I've written for myself. Try to practice pouring in and validating yourself. You are such a sensitive, sweet soul, and this is not a curse. Your sensitivity has been used against you. Not anymore. This is an asset now. Tap into your sensitivity. You are the X factor. So in the coming days, think about it. Think about ways that you can rest. Now, I just heard Spirit say, rest doesn't mean that you gotta clean and reorganize your whole house because you're pouring into yourself. It means stay in the bed and watch a movie. Eat some popcorn. Go out into nature and just lay in the grass, but like with some bug spray, but just lay in the grass. All right, pile number 2. Just know that you are loved, okay? Ma salami. Hello, pile number 3. It is me, pile number 3. And please bear with me. I am exhausted. I just came home from work. However, I really wanted to do the reading or finish all the readings in the same 24 hours so that I can read and the same energies of 3 different collectives or consciousness. And I already picked out all the cards because I don't like to waste time and sit here for 4 hours while I go, So I want you to know that you are in good hands. So you chose the pay yourself first card. Okay? Now I'm going to read the fine print later, but I'm already picking up on some really, really hardcore, like clear energies. So in the past, this can be the near past. I'm sensing some of you are still in this little bit of a predicament with self-esteem issues. But pile number 3, the first card that came out was Nine of Swords. And when I see the Nine of Swords come out, what that tells me is, I hope you're in therapy. And I hope you are healing from the self-doubt that overcomes you. Because you are deserving of so much, and you hold the power. You hold so much power, and the only person that stops you from getting to where you want to be is you. That's what Spirit is saying off the bat. So, I picked 4 cards for the past, 4 cards for the present, 5 cards for the future. Now, what I've heard is that some of you, not all of you, this is a general reading, so take it as you will, but some of you have, your angel numbers can be 333, 444, 555, is what I'm hearing. So if that is true, this message is for you. If it is not true, stick around. This message may still be for you. And what I'm seeing is the Ace of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles upright, and the Page of Swords reversed. Now, what this is telling me is that you have some really big dreams, aspirations, and manifestation goals. And abundance is coming to you, and you can feel it, but the only thing that's stopping you is the doubt, right? The only thing that's holding you back is yourself. But there's a part of you that in the near past, you felt this breaking point. You felt like, I've been through all this suffering for something. I mean, for God's sake, I've had to suffer this long for something. Allah. Like, I have to like be leveling up somewhere, right? I have to be getting somewhere. But you are still not reaping the benefits of what you feel. You feel like your suffering comes at a cost, and it's like, okay, when am I gonna get the prize? I just envisioned a child at Chuck E. Cheese, and they've saved up all their tickets, right? And they're like, okay, I'm gonna get the giant bear stuffed animal at the top. I'll take that one, please. That's what I'm sensing. Ooh, that's what I'm sensing for present as well. So you cashed in all your shit forward. Excuse me. All your stuff forward. Now, you are an inquisitive being. Inquisitive. You're direct. You're truthful. You have a playfulness to you, but you are really holding back. You won't allow these parts of you to show. There's a lot of fear that's consuming you. And you may be one of those people that talks a really good talk, but when it comes to action, nothing shows, you know? And what I'm hearing is that you don't know how to ask for support. Now, when I said earlier, Nine of Swords means I hope you're in therapy. If you're not, what I'm telling you right now is that you may benefit from therapy. You really may benefit from therapy. Now, I am no doctor. I cannot tell you what to do or be. But what I'm hearing is that there's a lot of secrets that you have stored in you. For some of you, it could be secrets on behalf of others. For others, it can be your own secrets. And they eat you alive. And what I'm hearing is that they are not that important. You do not have to keep them in pile number 3. You do not need to hide anymore, pile number 3. It's okay to let the cat out of the bag. Once the cat is out of the bag, you'll realize the cat was meant to live out of the bag. You know, if a cat is always stuck in a bag, where is it gonna poop? Where is it gonna eat? Where is it gonna get... Where is it gonna thrive? Let the cat out of the bag. And once the cat is out of the bag, it's like, oh yeah, I mean, the cat's supposed to be out of the bag. Well, I'm sensing for some of you, it can be dealing with sexuality. For some of you, it can be dealing with some childhood trauma. For some of you, it can be like, I don't know why I'm hearing sexuality. Like, it can even be like kink shames, or just ashamed to be sexual, or ashamed to accept yourself for who you are. It can even be like ashamed to say, I want to live a big life, and I want it to be big, and I want to be the center stage, right? And you feel almost like silly to have dreams where you would hold space in this world, because you are so used to limiting space, is what I'm hearing. What is this message, Spirit? You are having this you had this divinely planted idea into your heart and soul. Maybe a financial idea, maybe an idea of abundance, it may be an idea of how you're going to live, move forward, being more authentic. But it's like you don't know what action steps. You didn't know what action steps to take. You didn't know what action steps to take. Now, as I move on to the future, or excuse me, to the present, I have the Emperor upright, the Chariot reversed, the Tower reversed, the Queen of Cups reversed. Now, it's a lot of reversals, but the Emperor is a good sign. What I'm seeing on the Emperor is, this can be like an earth energy. You are at a place right now in your life that you feel safe. You feel like you make mature decisions. You feel as though, there for some of you, there may be an authority figure, a male figure in your life right now that's taking care of you or guiding you through the process of upheaval. Now, for some of you, you can be this figure that is giving people advice. But what I'm hearing Spirit say is, no, you are receiving advice from somebody. You are seeking guidance from a male figure right now. Take that if you may. But the Chariot reverse, the Tower reverse. The Tower reverse lets me know that there is a catastrophic event that needs to happen in order for you to change, in order for you to get to your goals. But you are denying it because you have a fear of failure, a fear of pain. And what Spirit is telling you is, remember how we were talking about gaining those like suffering comes at a cost, like when are you going to get your prize? And I was comparing it to Chuck E. Cheese. It's like a reward. Like each and every time that you go through something difficult, you come out of it with a reward. Now, the more difficult the experience is, the bigger the reward. But you are a type of person that you're like, I have suffered enough. Like you want to just close this YouTube video right now in this very moment. You do not want to talk to me. But what I'm hearing is that this is inevitable. There is still some experiences that you have to have. I'm hearing the Buddhist way of life, one of the Four Noble Truths, and that is like, I might be misquoting it, but that is suffering is a part of life. And maybe right now you don't need to look at your current circumstances as suffering. Maybe you can look at them as a stepping stone to where you want to be. And what I'm hearing is that you are too afraid to jump to the next stone. Now, what I'm seeing is that this next stone is like this giant stone in the middle of a roaring creek or river, and you need to jump onto that stone. You will have refuge, But then after you'll learn, you'll get the right tools, and you'll jump over to the next stone, and you will have crossed the river. And you don't want to cross the river. The Chariot in reverse tells me that you are not trying to go to the goals that you want to be. You have these beautiful ideas, but you're not taking the necessary action to go to these ideas, right? What I'm hearing for some of you, Spirit directed my eyes to the Pay Yourself First card, and it's saying that this is something that I need to read to you right now. But before I read you it, and I haven't read the fine print yet, so we'll see if this validates. But what it's telling me, what Spirit is telling me, is that you need to learn to trust yourself and to pour into yourself, because right now you are way too concerned with all the wrong people, places, and things. You are so consumed with what people think of you. You are so consumed with showing up for people in the way that they expect of you, that you are not showing up for yourself. Pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you will have savings to invest in your present, ... and your future. Now, what I'm hearing Spirit say to me as well is that this is more than just financial savings, but this is also your spiritual bank. Pour into yourself, put time into yourself, but I'm also hearing that you want your ideas to manifest, but you are not willing to take the financial steps or the goals to plan financially to allow yourself to manifest. So for many of you, wealth is your birthright, but you are standing in your way of that birthright. What is this message, Spirit? So what I'm hearing right now in regards to the Queen of Cups reversed is that there is some real deep rage in your spirit right now. You just cannot fathom how used you have been. People have used you, have taken advantage of you in so many ways, and you let them. And what I'm hearing is that there's some of you may be having this bitterness towards life, this deep bitterness. And everybody is telling you, what happened to you? Why aren't you so kind? And you're like, I stopped putting up with your shit. That's what happened. I stopped putting up with your caca. And even as you make time for yourself, you were getting overwhelmed because your heart rules your head. You don't know how to think rationally at this point. Everything is fear-based. That's what I'm hearing. Everything right now currently for you is fear-based. Now, some of you, the Emperor card, if you're not seeking advice from a male figure, some of you may have that divine masculine within you that is mature, that knows how to lead, that you might be one of those people that is very critical of others. Like it says in the past, all talk, no action. You're very critical. Like you walk into a job and you want to change everything about that job, but you cannot change one thing about yourself that you want to change. You're mad that your boss gives you a little attitude, but you go home and give your partner a little attitude, your children a little attitude, your siblings a little attitude, your friends a little attitude. What I'm seeing is that everything that you are disliking in others is something that you need to work on within yourself as well. And that doesn't mean that you got to beat yourself up in the capacity that you do, but it means that you need to accept what's limiting you in this moment and stopping you and halting you from getting to the other side of the river, right? Now let's see for the future. Now for your future, 5 cards came out. It was the Empress upright, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Page of Pentacles upright, 2 of Cups reversed, and what is this? I need to read Roman numerals correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Pentacles. So, pile number 3, your future is looking abundant. And when I'm saying abundant, I mean business goals reached, financial goals reached. So whatever idea that you have been cultivating in the past and whatever doubt you have in the present, take that leap of faith and listen to your card. And maybe even pouring into your spiritual bank, but to pay yourself first means you need to save your money. You need to make a financial plan in order to bring your ideas into fruition, because abundance is coming to you. The Empress in the future is telling me that not only right now you're getting to know a little bit about the divine masculine, but you're going to reach the divine feminine. You are going to have equilibrium. You're going to know what it means to be successful. You're going to be abundant. I get so happy when there's good cards for the future, because I always want to deliver good news. And sometimes it's not good news, but these are very good cards. What it's telling me as well is that you need to be careful in your dealings in the future with colleagues, with work, because what it is that what I'm hearing is that management is gonna be different than co-working, right? You are gonna be a person in high places, and you're gonna have to learn how to work in high stress environments, and you are gonna have to learn how to leave your personal problems at the door. Leave your personal problems at the door, right? And this is something that's going to be very important for you. You're going to need to learn how to differentiate between what is your job. So this is what I heard Spirit say. What is my job? Am I here to make friends? Am I here to be a validation addict? Am I here to be a people pleaser? Or am I here to make money, to see the future of my company grow, for the years to come to be fruitful for me, so that I can continue to live a life of personal luxury? What I'm hearing is that you need to learn boundaries in the future. But this is because you are abundant. The only warning I would give you is to not allow your abundance to get to your head, and to allow people to take advantage of you because of the wealth that you've generated. Because people will take advantage of you. What is this message, Spirit? So, because of the Ten of Pentacles reversed, there's also another warning. I lied. I said there was going to be only one warning, but I hear another warning. Do not get so wrapped up in your work life that you forget about your personal. Don't work all the way through the night where your only relationships that you have in life are with your work colleagues. You need to have love. Now, for some of you, you're currently a man and you will be, or a masculine energy, and you will be meeting a feminine energy in the future that will prove to be very fruitful for your business. Now, there's some of you that will be more personal. Maybe you're already in a relationship right now, right? And what I'm seeing is that your partner in the future may feel neglected, or the people that you love dearly may feel neglected. Regardless, what the message I'm hearing is, in a general way, is that you need to make sure that you have a good work-life balance in the future. Because when you go in and get that money, you're going to be getting that money and you're going to be so overwhelmed and so happy. You're going to want more. You might become too obsessed with short-term success. And what I'm hearing is that once you've already established and you have the money flow coming in, it's okay to incorporate little breaks. You can start off between 5 minutes between meetings, 5 minutes between this. I'm hearing 5. Oh, I heard 5. It could be a 5-day vacation. Remember that you are on this earth to live, not to overwork so that you can have all this money to die not spending it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh my God, pile number 3. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. Now I'm going to be drawing from these Healing Mantras deck, and this will be the final cards, and this will definitely be a validation indicator of this message, because I'm picking them right now. So I always pick 2. You have some similarities with pile number 2, so if you want to go into pile number 2 and look that up, you may if you were drawn to it, because the same card came up for pile number 2, so I'm going to pick another one just because I'm like that and I want to have a little bit. Ooh, so you have only I have to feel good about my choices. Unraveling codependency. There's no way. Wow, thank you, Spirit. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Untangling neglect. My heart will love again. Healing heartbreak. So what message I'm hearing from Spirit is that you are going to need to learn and work, maybe in therapy, maybe in a support group, maybe on your own, wherever it looks like. Work through your codependency. It no longer serves you. You need to learn how to put yourself first, learn how to validate yourself, take the approval and the time that you put into others into yourself, and believe that love will find you. If love is not already here, there will be a new love. Healing heartbreak, right? So again, all this suffering, right? You're going to feel like you're not getting there, or that river that you don't want to cross. All that pain and that fear and that heartbreak that you had, you can let it heal. And if you just cross that river and you allow yourself to sit into abundance, step into abundance, and you learn how to set your finances right so that you may be fruitful for years to come, your heartbreak, the heartbreak that you're currently experiencing, the pain, is healed. Now, how fabulous is that? I would say very fabulous. All right, pile number 3. Know that you are loved. I'm so excited for your future, and I would love to hear what you thought of the reading in the comments. Ma salame. Bye bye.